Right, hello everyone. Here we are in the Bell 47G. I'm just loading up my favourite little program, FSKNEEBOARD, and as you can see here, it's a great program, lots of different maps. It's got overlay for aircraft, sort of flight plans. It's got a little notepad on here you can do with your mouse, and you can also load in, well, pictures. That's me and my dog. Or you can actually use it for charts and other things. Anything that's a PNG file can go in there at the moment. But there is a new version of this program out today, and there is a free version, but if you pay, you get a more advanced one. And the more advanced one has been updated today, but I haven't seen it yet. So this is the old one. We're sitting at Shoreham, as you can see. One of the things I'd asked was for a helicopter to be put on the thing rather than an aeroplane, but let's keep our fingers crossed. So the Bell 47G, we're in Shoreham Airport. It wasn't a bad takeoff for me. I've done about 20 hours on this so far and played around with all the settings, and I'm going to say just put the settings to what feels good, because there's been a lot of hoo-ha on the forums about what feels right, and we've had some real pilots sort of saying that's not how it is. Well, you know, in the simulation world, it's a simulation for you. It's what feels right for you might not feel good for other people. So for me, I'm running it on these Puma Flight Pros. I've got it at 78 on the cyclic, 20 on stability, and none on the pedals, and that just at the moment suits me fine. I mean, my landings, as you will see, are far from brilliant, but I can keep it in a straight line, and I'm enjoying working at it. That's the other thing. Here we're heading off to back of Shoreham over to Lancing. Now I've taken out my copy of the Orbx Shoreham and put this chap's I'm going to payware or free version. You make a donation, buy him a coffee. He's done a fantastic job at Shoreham here, and he's still working on it. He's got some more bits to do, but the stuff he has done, I'm not sure I'll be putting the Orbx version back. It really is that good, and it's bang up to date as well. He's obviously local or goes there a lot. It's got the helicopter training fields. As you might have seen in a video I played around with earlier this week, I flew into one of the hangars, turned round and the door had shut. So it's got some automation and some other stuff going on. But we'll have a look at that hangar in a minute to see if we can get in there. The other good thing about Shoreham and the Brighton area, full of cricket pitches, football pitches, great places to land. So I'm trying to try and come here, keep some forward speed on, get over this little bank. Now it's dropping a bit, so a bit more collective. I find that I have to hold a fair bit of right stick on the way down quite often, and this stiction, or as I call it, or friction, to do with the skids on this and the H135 from the other people that are doing the helicopters at the moment. Maybe when we get the proper physics from Microsoft, the landing time where the skids touch will be better. There's something not right about both helicopters, and sometimes it's like landing on Velcro. You literally just stop dead, and other times if you're on the let's say the runway, with enough collective you can make it slide, but it should slide anyway, and it doesn't. So we'll follow this little stream back towards Shoreham Airport, and reasonable amount of speed building up. I don't have too much problem with this power setting that blows the engines up, obviously. I've flown it manual and on governor. It's on governor at the moment, and it just seems to behave really well for me. just going to head off over to the hangar that I got locked in and show you the door, and we'll see if we can get in. And you can see on the little map as well, works in VR, that's the main thing, that map. And with this helicopter you can do basic flight plans, you can do lots of other things, and on flat screen as well, as we're doing at the moment. And right, we're not going to go in the hangar because it looks either like I'm still stuck in there, or one of the helicopters, it puts whatever you're flying in default locations around the airfield. So it's put one in there, spawned one in there, we're not going in, so that could be me stuck in there the whole week, just about to get out. But it is fantastic. The door's on some form of timer, I think, and just opens and shuts every couple of minutes. But we'll head back across, breaking all the rules, put the nose down a bit more left foot, and we go over to the training areas, which are on the other side of the airfield. So we're going to cross the runways, and what they've got is an area that is sealed off, and the guys put lights around it for at night as well, and it's a bumpy area, so you've got to find a flat spot to land on. And again, because of this problem with the skids, in my opinion, it's always a bit, you've got to just commit yourself and go in. I think it will get better and better. You can see here it's quite rough. Down we go. I know an area just on the right here. Going to commit myself, bit of forward speed, putting a bit more right stick in, dropping the collective just a bit. Hesitated there, but no, we're going to go. And it sort of just sticks. It still doesn't feel quite right, but there's only been one update of the 47, and you know, who knows what's to come. And the H135, that's being updated all the time. They've both approached it, no doubt, from different directions. Both helicopters are great to fly, but they're different. This suits me. It reminds me of my childhood. This was the helicopter at MASH, and when I used to draw helicopters at school, this is what they look like. So we're approaching this bank-in, and you can see it's got not too steep an incline, but we'll come along and swing the tail round and see if we can keep some forward speed going and land on that. But it's a great idea, and the guy has done it really well. All the links to this I'll put in the YouTube blurb at the bottom. Have a look. If you get it, buy the guy a cup of coffee or something. As updates come up, I'll do them and bring them obviously on the video channel, and we'll see how much further he can go. It'd be nice to see some weathering on the main building. We'll head there after at some point. But yeah, you see there, lot of right stick. It wasn't a bad landing for me, at least it was straight. But I don't know, there's something either about ground effect or skids that just isn't working the way maybe that we're just used to on programs like X-Plane and so on. Maybe this is correct and X-Plane's wrong, or vice versa, who knows. So nose down, bit of a bank turn, that's where the power limit goes up a bit for me, but keep it straight as we can down here. See a lot of these reflections in the canopy. Some people are moaning about it's a bit too much, but I might go into the file and actually just reduce the reflections, I think, on that for myself. But it's realistic, I suppose. That's how it would have been. So have a look at this building. This guy has done a great job. The Orbx version is a little bit more weathered, but you know, hats off to him. It's brilliant. A lot of detail around this part of the airfield. A bit more to do on the right. the bit that made me laugh was this bit. You know, you do the Orbx version, we've got all the flags flying, and now we're Brexited, or we're out, we seem to have one flag, so we're on our own. Either that or the guy doesn't have a set of flags to put on there yet, I don't know, but I thought that was quite funny, that one flag flying, and I'd like to know if that's actually the case. Is it they are actually just flying the one flag? Because I think, although I keep calling it Shoreham, it's now Brighton and City International, or maybe Airport, but who knows. You see here, coming back to the pad, I tend to put brakes on by turning the helicopter quite often and banking it rather than a straight line. I'm going to commit myself a bit of forward speed. Just in front of the bell part of the pedals should be where the H is. Collective's going up and down a bit. No, I've lost the forward speed, but I'm going in, as they say, and we're in. Right, well, thank you everyone for watching the video. We'll have another quick look at me and my dog, and everyone that takes the time, I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much, and I'll see you all next week.